We're gonna look down nice and smooth. Let's see what's on the ground. We already know what's below there, but just in case you don't know, take a look. Ooh, nice. We're gonna take a nice, oh, beautiful shot and then raise up nice and slow. Going to be showing you my secret sauce setting for my Mini 4 Pro. And guess what? You can do this with your Mavic 3 Pro. You can do this with your Air 2S, your Air 3S. It basically works across the board. Now, everybody is different. I know that. This will give you a good base starting point that you can work your way up or work your way down. So let's get that straight. There is no one do-it-all settings for everyone. But I can guarantee you these settings are much better than the stock settings. So the first thing we're going to do is hit the three dots at the top right. We're going to come over to control, because it's all about having control. That's what's important. Then hit this settings that says gain and expo tuning. Let's hit that. And there are three ways in which you can set up the gain and expo settings. You can set it up for sports mode, which is cool. And then you can set it up for normal mode, which is even cooler. And then you can set it up for Cine. Each flying mode I'm going to show you here is set up differently. It really doesn't matter because you can always toggle and switch the flight modes depending on how you want to fly or what you want to capture. So let's start first with Cine mode, because Cine mode is cinematic, right? Nice, smooth, soft cinematic footage. So we're going to click on Cine at the top here, and you're going to look at maximum horizontal speed. I could have maxed the speed out, but I did 11.2. And this is the same with any other drone you own, whether it's a Mavic 3 that goes really fast. Cinematic movement, you want it around 11 miles an hour. You don't want the drone to go too fast for cinematic. Now, I'm not telling you limit your speed, because we'll have different settings for normal and sports mode. But for cinematic mode, maximum horizontal speed for me, I don't like to go above 10 or 11 miles an hour. So mine's set to 11.2. So set yours somewhere around there on any drone that you own, any DJI drone, of course. Let's make that clear, because other drones don't have quite the same settings. Next, we have maximum ascent speed. I put it to 2.2 miles an hour, which is the slowest ascent. Why? Because if you ascend, which is going up too fast, your footage is not going to look good. It's going to start to jitter out, especially if you're using ND filters. If you don't know what ND filters do or how to use ND filters, check out this link up here. I just made a video with the DJI NEO using ND filters, but ND filters, whether it's the NEO, the Mavic 3, the Mavic 2, the Air 2, the Air 2S, it's the same results. So check that video out if you want to learn how to use ND filters. So nice maximum ascent speed and descent speed should be the same, so that way you're moving up or you're moving down, it will look consistent if you push that stick to the max at 2.2 miles per hour. Maximum angular velocity, that basically means your yaw. How fast will your yaw go left or right? That's basically it. 20 is slow. This thing can go all the way to 120. So why don't I max it out at 120? Because if you're flying and you start moving like this, your video is going to look like crap, bro. It's going to look like crap. You want it to move nice and smooth and buttery and cinematic. Do you understand? So that's why that yaw has to be smooth, along with this descent and the ascent and the tilt and the top speed at 12 miles an hour. You use these settings, your drone, I can promise you, will fly nice and smooth. Next will be your yaw smoothness. So now that you've got the yaw moving nice and slow, that's not good enough. The yaw is a very, very jittery move. When you move a camera like this, it creates something called rolling shutter, which you don't want. And the best way to avoid that is to make those yaw movements nice and slow. And even if you go left and you take your fingers off real quick, you don't want it to stop when you take your fingers off it. You want it to roll into a stop. roll into a stop, and that will make it nice and smooth. So yaw smoothness, set that to 30, you will be fine. For your brake sensitivity, remember, you're not flying at full speed. You're only doing 12 miles an hour, so you don't need to apply full brake to stop on a dime, even though the gimbal does a phenomenal job. I set my brake sensitivity to 80 so that if I stop for any reason, the video can still look as smooth as possible while giving me very good braking power at the same time. My expo settings, believe it or not, are pretty much stock, and that's because I don't have any problems with my fingers or my hands shaking. But if you do, let me know in the comment section below. I'll make another video that explains how to adjust these sensitivities so that when you jitter, it doesn't make the drone jitter as well. But we'll leave it stock for now. Next would be maximum motor tilt. What maximum motor tilt does is determine how fast your gimbal tilts up and down like this. So when you move this wheel, it will determine if you put a max tilt of 100, it will move really fast. If you go the lowest, which is 1, then the gimbal will move really slow. And that's what you want. You want nice, smooth gimbal, slow gimbal movement so that you can roll into your shots nice and smooth and get that cinematic effect. So I set my maximum control tilt to 9 degrees so my motor does not move very fast. And on top of that, I have my tilt smoothness set to 30. That is because when I roll up or I roll off and I take my finger off of this, the gimbal does not stop right away. Here, I'll show you. Look, I'm looking up. When I release my finger, it's slowly taking its time to looking down. Release my finger, it's still rolling down. That roll off is what gives you that extra smoothness in your video. If you're chasing a boat, you're not going to be able to chase a boat in Cine. How do you move fast? Chase that boat, wrap around that boat, and still be fast and smooth. Fast in top speed, fast in going up, going down, and still being smooth at the same time. Here in sports mode, and again, this doesn't matter which drone you're flying, which DJI drone you're flying, it's all the same. Max that speed out, because in sports mode, you're chasing something, you're chasing that boat. You want to make sure you have the most amount of power. So maximum speed, maximum ascent speed, maximum descent speed. You want full control over that drone and full top speed. Next, you want angular velocity. That's your yaw. You want your yaw to move fast because you're flying fast, but you don't want it to move too fast. So I put it at 81%. 81% for me, I can still wrap around a boat or something that's moving or coming towards me really fast and still get the shot that I want. So yeah, so put that maximum angular velocity at 81 and set your yaw smoothness to 15. You do want some roll off when you're yawing left and right. You want that drone to not abruptly stop when you loose the stick, but roll off just a little bit, but not too much. Remember, you're in sports mode. You don't want it rolling around on you, and before you know it, you're losing control of your drone. So I think 15 is nice and enough smoothness to give you a nice smooth roll off to capture a nice fast-paced moving shot without the gimbal looking jittery. Brake sensitivity, give me the full. If I need brakes when I'm flying fast, I need brakes. So I will sacrifice a bit of smoothness to get the full stopping power in sports mode. Does that make sense? Maximum control tilt. Even though you're in sports mode and you're moving fast, you don't need your gimbal to move fast when you're filming. You don't. You still want your gimbal to move slow, but not too slow like if you're in Cine mode, because you're catching action shots. So I find that my maximum control tilt should be 20 degrees. That's more than fast enough to catch a shot or to move my gimbal while maneuvering the drone. And of course, my smoothness for my tilt is at 18, so that when I tilt my gimbal up and down, it doesn't stop abruptly, the gimbal looking up or the gimbal looking down. There is a slight roll off just to make that video just smooth enough, even though I'm going really fast. Last but not least comes normal mode. Normal mode is kind of in between Cine and in between sports. I want the maximum speed, but remember, your maximum speed in normal is not going to be the same in sport. For example, this is 26 miles an hour in normal mode. In sports mode, it goes up to 35. So don't be afraid to max it out in normal either. It's just the maximum for normal, if that makes sense. So go maximum normal at the full speed, at the full descent, at the full ascent, everything. And then your maximum angular velocity, how much you're going to yaw at, is 25 degrees. I find 25 degrees to be not too fast, not too slow like cinematic, kind of in between, just for some moderate flying. Not the smoothest. Usually if I'm flying and I'm filming, I'm usually in cine mode, capturing something really cinematic, or I'm in sports mode, catching something really fast. Hardly ever am I filming in normal mode, to be honest, but in case I am, I still want it to be smooth. My yaw smoothness is a 24, and I leave my brake sensitivity at 100. I don't max it out at 150 like in sports mode. I have it maxed out all the way to 150. No, I think that 100 is really good in normal mode because the drone doesn't go quite as fast as it does in sports mode. So 100 on my brake sensitivity. Coming down to my maximum tilt speed, I still, even though I'm flying in normal mode, I want my video to look smooth. I want my gimbal to look smooth. So yes, maximum tilt speed will be 10 degrees per second. So I like that. I leave it there. And of course, smoothness. Even though you're in normal mode, you still want it to be smooth. Not 100% smooth like Cine, where I think my tilt smoothness was 30 in Cine. No, I'm not going with a full 30. I'm going in normal mode. I'm going at 23. So I like it there. So there you have it. That's my settings for flying cinematic flights and fast-paced, smooth flights with my Mini 4 Pro. And I have the exact same settings on my Mavic 3, and I think it's a great starting point for you. Give me a huge thumbs up if you like this video. If it brought you value, go out and try these settings in a nice big open area. Come back, let me know in the comment section what you guys think after trying it. Were you able to up your video game? Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notified when I release new videos, especially how to set up your camera. If you're looking for LUTs for your Mini 4 Pro or your Mavic or your Air series or whatever drone you own, even if it's an Autel, head over to www.dronexfactor.com. I've got a ton of LUTs there that you will love. If you want to help out the channel some more, think about becoming a patron. It's only $1 a month. That's $12 a year. As a patron, you will have direct access to me. You can text me on Patreon. It's like sending me a text message, comes straight to my phone, and I can answer any questions that you may have about this video or anything drone or tech related in general. All right, with that being said, it's time for me to get out of here. If you're looking for another video, check this card out that's on the screen over here. That will show you more about this guy. With that being said, I will catch you guys, well, whenever I can.
Learning flights with Xavier specs. Feel the rush in the sky.